Hello, I'm Graham Horton and welcome to this video. Now this is the Black Friday period and quite a few of the stores are running sales and Amazon are no different. UGREEN, which I've reviewed several of their products before as I find them great value for money and the quality is fairly good as well. They've sent me 3 more products to review for you and they're in the Black Friday sale. If you have a look on screen now, you can see the UGREEN page where these are available from. So we're looking at 3 products they've sent me, and the first one will be this 1080p webcam. It's available now for $14.99 with 40% off the recommended price. The second one will be this ergonomic mouse, which is currently $12.29, which is 39% off the current recommended price. And the final product are these over-ear Fitbuds, which are great value, are 25% off and £26.99. So let's have a look first of all at the webcam. So this is the 1080p webcam. We've got obviously the camera in the middle. We've got 2 microphones, 2 omnidirectional mics. It's plug and play. It's got what's called advanced DRC tech for balanced brightness. Now I'll show you in a moment the problem I've had with this particular webcam. Whether it's the fact that I'm trying to run it on an iMac and not a PC, that could be an issue, but I'm going to demonstrate the problem I have with it. It is in fact 1080p HD, and you've got the full specifications, 30 frames per second. It covers 85 degrees diagonal at 75% horizontal and 45 degrees vertical. It is fixed focus, so you are limited to how close you can use this webcam. 2 built-in directional mics, pickup range less than 3 meters, and the closer you are the better the audio will be. The optical image range is between 0.5 meter and 5 meter, and you've got 2 meters of connecting cable, which is far more than you actually need if you're going to connect this to a laptop or to a desktop. It will work with Windows 7, 8, 10 or later, with macOS 10.6 or later, and with Android 5 or later. If I bring the laptop round, you can see this in operation. So I've got the webcam mounted on my laptop, and if I just switch over to the output from the laptop and we switch into something like QuickTime Player or Photo Booth, both of those will take the input from the webcam. So here is the output from that device. You can see it's selected via the usual QuickTime selection. We've got the UGREEN camera, and I'm going to select the UGREEN microphone for the input. So the audio is being recorded, if you like, from the microphone which is built into the camera, and you can see the image. Now with the Mac OS system, there is no way of adjusting brightness, contrast, saturation, etc. There are third-party apps you can load to improve that, but as we stand now, this is the input from the 1080p UGREEN camera. If I switch over to the internal camera of the MacBook Pro here, it's only a 720p image. So if I wanted to scale that up to the same size, if I go full screen, you can see the difference in quality. There is obviously a color change and there is a difference in resolution. You see the resolution here in my jumper isn't quite as good as if we look at the resolution from the UGREEN camera. So let's switch back to UGREEN. It is slightly darker, but that is one of the issues I have unfortunately with this camera. To get the image looking correct, I've had to apply neutral density filtration over the front of the camera lens. If I take that off, you'll notice that the image is severely overexposed. There's no facility within the iMac to enable you to control that, and this advanced DRM feature that is supposed to be built into this doesn't appear to be operational at this level of intensity. Studio lighting set to sort of low grade output. So unfortunately that is a situation I found with this webcam, but if you are prepared to put a little bit of neutral density over, you can reduce the output. Obviously this is neutral density 8, so that's 3 stops reduction. Probably MD4 would be better and give you a brighter picture. Well, I've switched over to an ND4 filter, which is a 2-stop exposure reduction. We're getting a brighter picture, but you can see on screen we are actually getting these highlights here, which are blowout, which we can't control with the current software in the iMac. If you have the Windows, I'm sure there is some facility within that to correct the brightness, saturation and contrast, but in iMac without external software you can't correct that. So that is one of the issues I have with the device. I'm going to record some video with the iMac, and we'll be able to make sure we've got the UGREEN camera. I'm going to record some videos so you can actually see the quality. So this is quality from the UGREEN HD 1080p camera, and the audio is coming from the inbuilt microphones of the device itself. So if you're using Zoom calls or Microsoft Team meeting, you're going to get great audio, and with the correct lighting you're going to get some great lighting as well. So the webcam can be attached to your laptop or your computer with this bracket, and it's an adjustable bracket which allows you to fit it to most devices. So with the fold up facility here, you can clip this over the front of your monitor and this will stabilize it. You've also got a 1/4 threaded mount in the bottom, so you can put this on a tripod or a tabletop tripod to give you extra mounting options. But with this particular device, it's very neat, and you can just place this on your computer, push up the base there to lock it in place, and the camera itself will swivel to allow you to get the camera set horizontally correctly on your image. So you're going to get nice horizontal pictures rather than images that are at an angle. So that's the UGREEN 1080p webcam. I say $14.99 with the Black Friday sale, and with all these products I'll put links in the video description so you can pick these up at that sale price. The next option I want to look at is the ergonomic mouse. Now these take over from the traditional flat mouse which you normally use. These are great if you want to use your mouse for an extended period of time. Once you get used to using this, you wouldn't go back to a tabletop mouse. They are very ergonomic. You've got a wheel which you can control your cursor position. Obviously you're moving your mouse around to give the XY position. Let's have a look at it in a little bit more detail. So here on the desktop we've got the packaging of this UGREEN multi-mode wireless vertical mouse. It has the facility of being able to connect to your laptop or your PC using either 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi or Bluetooth wireless connection. So if you want to use this without a dongle attached to your PC, you can use this directly with the Bluetooth. To use Wi-Fi, there is an included dongle which you plug into one of the USB-C A ports on your computer or laptop to enable this device to work over Wi-Fi. It has support up to 4000 dpi, so it's available to give you very high resolution to work with things like CAD/CAM programs, or you can drop the resolution for just ordinary desktop tracking. Ergonomic device, it depends on the size of your hands, and I'll show you in a moment the size of which you should measure to make sure you're going to use this correctly. Click 3 buttons on the side and on the back to give you nice quiet operation. On the back of the device you can see the full specifications. Bluetooth of 2.4 GHz, the Bluetooth is 5.4, 2.4 GHz, 10 meters for the transmission, 1000, 1600, 2000 and 4000 DPI switchable from the button on the top of the mouse, and it is powered by one single AA battery, which will last for about a year according to the specification. Compatible with Windows 7, 8.1, 10, 11 or later, and Mac OS 10.5 or later, with Linux, Chrome operating system or Android 5. So, having a look at the vertical mouse on the desktop, underneath we have got the optical sensor, which will track the XY position of the mouse. Here we've got the battery compartment, and if I just open that battery compartment, it's powered by a single AA battery, and stored in there normally is going to be the dongle which allows you to connect this mouse to 2.4 gigahertz. It's actually plugged into my PC at the moment, so it's not in its storage compartment. On the base of the unit you'll find there's a switch here, and it's allowing you to turn the mouse off, although it will go into intelligent standby after 10 minutes to preserve power. But it's switchable between the Mac device and the Windows device. The only difference between the two is the functionality of the side buttons. In Windows it allows you to page forward and page back on the internet, and with the Mac it switches between full screen, and it switches between applications that are in full screen, so you can use this to switch between applications. There is indicator lights here to tell you which mode you're in, and a mode switch button here. So if you wanted to switch between modes, if you press that button, you can see we've got a flashing light which says we're in Bluetooth mode 2, enabling 2.4 gigahertz, or Bluetooth 1. I've got this set at the moment to Bluetooth 1, so that is paired with my laptop. There are polish pads on the bottom to make sure that you've got nice smooth tracking. Remove the sticky tape that's on this when you first get the mouse. You're also provided with a piece of rubberized material which you stick onto the face of the mouse to give you a little bit better grip. Fortunately it doesn't seem to stick in all areas, but you can smooth that down. On the top of the device you've got your left and right buttons, the wheel for scrolling, and the button here which will affect the DPI switching. That is indicated by flashes of the LED here on the side of the device. So to grip the device you just put your hands around it, and it's in a natural position for your finger to fall on the scroll mouse, or your left button or your right button, so very nice to use. If I switch over to the laptop, you can see that I can control the mouse. If I wanted to scroll around, then I can use the wheel to scroll up and down, or I can use the right mouse to go through the operations as you would with a standard desktop mouse. So we see the specifications and the price there, $12.29 for this with the Black Friday deal. Here the specification which says 4000, 2000, 1600 or 1000 DPI, and again as we've seen that is controlled from the button on the top of the mouse. So when you press that button it gives you a flashing indication of the status. So if I press that button, we've got two flashes of the button, press it again, 3 flashes, press it again, 4 flashes. So the 2 buttons on the side of the mouse control the forward and back if you're in Windows, or cycle through the open full page windows in Mac OS. To control the mouse speed you can actually use the inbuilt software of the Mac as well, or your laptop running under Windows. Under system settings If we scroll down to the mouse, you've got the tracking speed, so you can speed that up so the mouse will move faster, or you can slow it down, and you can change the double click speed if you're finding you're not clicking correctly at the rate that you want to. So you've got those controls, and you've got the DPI switch on the mouse to enable you to get better control to how you want your mouse set up. It gives you some dimensions as to the size of hand, so it will accommodate medium hands. So if you look at that, it's 17 to 19 centimeters from your wrist to the tip of your index finger. Or if you've got large hands greater than 19 centimeters, you should be okay. So it does give you a little bit of problem to start off with, but after a couple of hours using this mouse, you'll find that you won't go back to a standard wired or wireless flat type mouse. So that is the UGREEN vertical ergonomic mouse, £12.29 in the UK on the Black Friday deal. Again, links to these products in the video description below. The last product I want to review is the Fitbuds, which I find more comfortable to use than the in-ear sort of Apple earbuds. Tend to irritate my ears after a couple of hours of use, but with these devices that sit over ear and have an acoustic chamber which fires the audio into your ear, I find them more comfortable than with the AirPod. The Fitbuds are currently running at £26.99 on the Black Friday sale with that 25% deal. So let's have a quick look at those on the desktop. So this is the UGREEN Fitbuds. So they're true wireless earbuds, open ear listening, so you are aware of what's happening in your surroundings. Secure and comfortable, so if you're running or jumping around, these don't actually fall off. They're very nice and they are comfortable. The units are 11 by 18 millimeter to provide good fit around your ears. So have a look at some of the performance specification. So we've got in the music mode, play and pause using the double tap on the left or right earbud. We've got the next track facility by pressing and holding the right hand earbud for 1 second. Previous track, hold the left hand earbud for 1 second. If you want to use your voice assistant, Google or Siri or whatever, then you'll be using a triple tap on the left hand earbud to enable that voice assistant. If you want to make a telephone call, then to answer a call coming in on your laptop or smartphone device, you can just double tap on the left or right earbud to accept the call. To decline the call, press and hold the left or right earbud for 1 second. Gaming mode or music mode, triple tap on the right earbud, and that obviously changes the frequency response, I guess. They are Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz and will transmit over a distance of 15 meters. The various protocols there for transmission: 20 Hz to 20 kHz, so the full audio bandwidth. Charging up through USB-C, and they're charged within the docking case. Operating time is 8 hours of music playback with a single charge, or if you have it 3 times charge from the case, that gives you a total of 28 hours. So let's have a look at the Fitbuds in a little bit more detail. So this is the inner box compartment, and if I just remove the tab here, we have supply also a USB-A to USB-C charging cable, our instruction manual, and the safety guide for using the device. The actual case itself is hard plastic, to protect the devices, and if we open the device you can see them in here. We've got the left and right earbuds with the charging case. In the case itself we've got the usual pogo pins to provide the 5-volt charging to the pogo pins on the device. One for the left and one for the right. As you take them out of the case, they automatically pair with your device. So we've got the overhead device. So we've got this part which is going behind your ear, and the actual microphone and loudspeaker are in the other part of the unit. So I've now fitted the Fitbuds over the earlobe, and the actual microphone and loudspeaker are facing inwards to the ear canal to give you good audio connection. Connecting these is very simple and straightforward. I'll just pair these up with my iMac and we'll demonstrate that. So let's look now at connecting these Fitbuds to Bluetooth, be it on your iMac or PC or your smartphone. For example, I'm going to do a connection to my iMac here. So it's under system settings, and you're going to be looking for your Bluetooth control, and you should see under nearby devices UGREEN Fitbuds. Simple process. Then you would just connect it, and in your earbuds you will hear Bluetooth connected. You can actually see the status of the battery charge, which is 90%. Once you've got this connected, then with any of your music applications or video you're playing back, you will be able to hear that. So if I could just go into music here, I've got Queen Bohemian Rhapsody, which I downloaded. I'm going to play those in my earbuds, and the bass is quite responsive, and treble, even though with my hearing I'm losing upper ear in the mid, it sounds quite good and very, very comfortable. So with the music playing, you've got that facility of the double tap either on the left or right to pause and play. So if I've got the music in pause at the moment, just a double click on the earbuds and it will start to play, and again I can pause it, the double tap on the other earpiece. Next track, if I'm playing, I can just press the right hand earbud for 1 second, so I'll start it playing again, double tap, a single press for 1 second, and it's now gone to the second track. And to go back to the original track, I go and press the left hand earbud for 1 second. You can see that that's switched on the screen there. I actually prefer these in preference to my AirPod 2, even though I can use these as a hearing aid to accentuate some of the higher frequencies. After a period of time listening with those, my ears start to ache, but these being over ear are very, very comfortable, and you're also aware of your surroundings more so than sort of the noise cancelling features of these devices. You're still aware of what's going on, so if you're riding a bike or running, you're still aware of your surroundings, so it's a great safety feature. And again, if you're in a sports environment, these will not fall off. They clip very neatly around your ears. Well, there you are, my review of those three products: the HD webcam, the ergonomic mouse, and then finally the Fitbuds. Thanks to UGREEN for sending these out for my review to you. Again, great products at low value prices, but quality products all the same. So, until the next video, thanks very much for watching. Please do take care, and I hope to see you all very, very soon. Goodbye for now.